Hello everybody, this is Blade from the Hidden Blade channel, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my hopes for Nintendo Switch Sports, which I'm now realizing is kind of an odd title. It's a sequel to Wii Sports, the pack-in title that came with your Wii. It was a simple, just kind of demo for the Wii. It showed off the motion controls and some mediocre graphics. The coolest part about it was you were able to make your own character called a Mii. The Mii could be a physical representation of what you look like, and you would use it as your avatar in the game. About the new Miis. If you haven't seen the trailer for the game yet, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But in the trailer, there are these weird anime-esque, cartoony type new Miis. I do not know if they're customizable, but it looks like there's a chance that they might be. I think it'd be kind of cool if they were customizable, but at the same time, I would like if you had the option to have old Miis, which it seems you're gonna have some sort of choice to use Miis, as in the trailer, two playtesters, I do not remember their names, but they are the people that host the Nintendo Directs, use their own Miis in a game of tennis or volleyball. And I think that's kind of interesting that Miis are still usable, but they're going along with these new cartoon characters as their new generation of Mii. Which this is kind of annoying when they have the old Miis already set up and ready to go, and the new Miis kind of don't look that good and no one really likes them. Yeah, which would be a new controller for Nintendo Switch Sports. This would come with the Wii being released as part of the Nintendo expansion pack. You would basically just, instead of getting like an NES or SNES or N64 remote, you'd get a Wii remote. And it could be used to play all of these mini games. Because I imagine they're not going to require more than like a button or two. And maybe they'd even include a nunchuck. So that way you were able to get the full Wii experience while playing this game. That would make it accessible for all age groups and way more people than just using the Nintendo Switch controller, which has too many buttons for basic people who don't play video games that often to understand. A Wii remote almost everyone understood because it only had 3 buttons, a D-pad, and a stick. Other than that, it was very simple to understand, and most people got the grasp of it very quickly. So I think if they released a Pro controller like that, that'd be pretty cool. Looking at the Nintendo Switch Sports lineup, it's incredibly small with only 6 games, 3 of which being new and 3 of which being older games from Wii Sports 1. The new games are soccer, badminton, and volleyball, which, to be honest, the volleyball one doesn't feel like a very big inclusion, especially when you have badminton and tennis. So I don't feel like that one's gonna change much up, just because when you're playing them in real life, they're very different, yes, but this is a game, so they'll probably all use the very similar controls to the point where there's not much difference besides the ball itself. I do wish they add like 3 more. It could be golf, baseball, and football. I feel like those would be some pretty basic inclusions. I at least want golf because I feel that one's almost necessary. Tons of casual fans love the golf on Wii because you could feel like you were using a golf club with the Wii remote. And they seem to be using a very similar tactic here with motion controls for most of these games. So I think golf is almost necessary to making this thing a very good game. Other than that, the other 2 games I mentioned, football and baseball. Well, baseball I don't feel would be too much different from the rest of the games, like tennis, badminton, and volleyball. The only difference would probably be you can run around, but that's not much of a difference, because you probably would just watch an animation of someone running instead of you running bases. Baseball on the Wii worked really well, though, so maybe they could do it, I don't know. And then there's football, which they already have soccer. And I don't think adding football would be that difficult, especially when the fact would be that throwing the ball could be interesting, dodging, tackling. I think that could be a very interesting type of mode. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today, everybody. This has been Blade from the Hidden Blade channel. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye!